Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for June the 11th, 2024 Nighttime Edition. I am Mom, and tonight we got a little death by numbers. We got some Frost, we got some Joshua, and off over on the side there, we've got some Fighter, and we've got a Rachel, and a My Starlight. So all the cool kids are here today. Ooh, ooh. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, I'm a cool kid?
Pardon?
I'm a cool kid?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No one said this with me before.
Oh yeah, you're totally a cool kid.
I'm not even in Stowe right now.
That doesn't stop you from being cool.
Good point.
I'm chit-chatting with somebody here from our fleet who has decided I am amazing, so he is now my friend for life.
Well, by the way, you need to promote my Jem'Hadar in the Momulan Star Empire.
Sure.
Well, I'm on, and I can do that
that would-
because it's like I'm.
Thank
Let
you,
me look.
Frost. That would be amazing.
Like-
First,
I don't know
Let
who
me-
the character is though.
I'll log in. Sec.
You know,
Steam connection problem. Oh boy,
Okay.
here we go.
I've been very bad about paying attention to this. This is why we have Alexers.
This is why you have a Frost.
Well,
Wait.
between everybody else being around, things get done. Because I used to do this. This used to be my Sunday morning get up and pay attention to this stuff and be good about it. And then real life.
I'm gooder.
You are gooder about it. And Lexers is gooder about it than I am lately. I feel very
Guilty?
overwhelmed.
Boing, boing, boing. I don't have the information to do what you have asked me to do.
I'm getting the information now.
Is it one of the Joshua characters?
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, I took him out for an hour walk in the sun so they wouldn't do this. Woof, woof, yes. They are woofing
Whoop,
quite loudly.
whoop, whoop,
Well, you're being a good girl. You're not woofing. And no, I'm not going to put you in my lap.
woof.
Yeah.
The Jem'Hadar that's on currently.
I see them,
Yep.
but I need to see where they are in the fleet.
If you touch...
Okay.
Yeah, over home.
You're an emperor private.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta find. Oh, okay. And what did you want to be advanced to?
Good evening, Cliff.
An inferior private. Sorry.
Well, it's just so I can donate to the fleet.
Oh. Yeah, I don't
Oh.
know if we've done a good job of setting up that stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
I do not have permissions to donate,
Wow.
and I have
Well,
4,000.
I will fix that for everybody. And
Yeah, we
There-
kind
there
of
we
set
go.
that up as a spontaneous thing, as opposed to a
Yeah.
well thought out thing.
Yes.
You know, we do that occasionally.
there.
Okay,
Now you
so
should be able to
that's
donate to the fleet.
working.
Yay.
And I will, as thanks for pointing that out, I will promote you to praetor.
Ooh.
And can you?
Oops, that's not the button we wanted. That's the button we wanted.
Now you are a praetor, and that will give you the stuff and the things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go do the
What are you going to do?
the thing,
The thing, like the daily thing?
the daily thing.
Can I do the daily
Wait.
thing with you? Because I haven't done it on anything except one character today.
Sure, I was going to do the battle royale thing.
Sure, let me... Federation or KDF?
I'm on as Raw, so Federation.
Federation. Hang on a second. Let me jump over onto a different account and do it on Federation. I have to do it on my other three, so I'm a little over halfway from completing all the current story arcs. Nicely done, Fighter. No, wrong account, Mom. The thingy we like to do. Yes, that thingy. Go. I've had a fun day of trying to get things handled, and always a challenge.
Okay.
Alright, I am in here. I'm back, sort of. Kind of here. There we go.
Some colony provisions for the fleet.
Oh, cool. Definitely need
So-
some colony provisions. Which fleet are you giving them to?
The Momulan Star Empire.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, well, if you're in that one, then you're not in the other ones. The two groups here. Holy Church of Kirk is looking for colony ore, and the Chicago dipships are looking for colony batteries. And I had been going over to the colony and doing little rides and races. It's an id! Oh, and Cliff is on a watch streak. Woohoo! Hi, Cliff. You got an accolade. Yay.
I'll be right back.
Yes, Shadow, I've changed my hour, so I'm now live at 6 p.m. Or trying that. We're going to experiment with that for a little bit. Oh, don't apologize. Never apologize for the good stuff of being here.
Well,
That's a good thing.
now all I need to earn is 500k fleet credit, and the fleet stuff for this character is done.
Sweet.
It's nice.
Well, Rachel, technically you get an extra hour less of Mom, because rather than trying to do 4 2-hour shows, 8 hours, hold on. You get an extra hour of me. No matter how you look at it, you get 3 hours of me per week at night and 5 in the morning. So that's 14 hours of Mom per week, at least for the moment.
14 hours.
14 hours, yeah. 5 and 9.
14
math.
hours is not enough.
I'm happy to do more. I just honestly don't have the courage to go to my place of employment and say, hey, I'm retiring, bye.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you haven't thought about it.
Thought about it, sure. Have I thought about it, Frost? Have I talked to you for hours about it? Yeah.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, Frost knows. I'm just a chicken because I like the people I work with. They're all wonderful. And I mean, today my boss walks by at like 10:30 and he goes, you know what? And I'm like, no. And he goes, I want some pizza. I said, do you want me to order you some pizza? And he goes, no. I want you to order us some pizza. So, and I said, oh, okay. What do you want? He goes, go down and ask all the guys what they want. And, oh, you really want to get all of us pizza. And not for any reason in particular, just because it's pizza. And
Well, at least he has a good taste in
he's good.
keeping everyone.
Oh yeah, no, he is a very good boss. Most of my bosses are very good bosses, but
Yeah.
just that spontaneity of let's all have breakfast or lunch or dinner or whatever. Yeah, it was good too. It was Jet's Pizza, which is Detroit style pizza. And I thought, well, what the heck? It's his dime, so I'll get something that everybody likes. I'll get something else that everybody likes. None of the vegetarians were in, so I didn't have to worry about that. So lots of carnivorian stuff. And then I thought, I'm going to try the chicken bacon ranch pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on my list for a repeat, but everybody else really liked it. It was rich. Woo!
Uh-huh.
Well, Shadow, it's, a job is a job, and sometimes it's just got to be, you work with somebody even though it's not a great work thing. Unfortunately, when you work with people who are just amazing, it makes it really hard to want to leave, but I kind of need to leave. I kind of need to start doing more of what I want to do for the rest of my life. Brought home once again by 2 more acquaintances getting killed in a car accident over the weekend. So it's just one of those, really? Really?
Could they not have held on?
Come on. I'm getting tired of everybody dying. Stop dying!
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back, Frost.
Welcome back.
I was saying nice things about you.
I bet you were.
And Fighter says, hearing this convo has made me hungry. Good thing I'm door dashing food. Yeah. Hi, Marvin.
Okay, I am ready whenever you are
Oh,
for the invite into.
I will invite you then. You're on roll. Would anybody else like to do Borg Battle Royale with us?
Sure.
Was that you, Death?
Yes.
And you're on
It will be
Spasticat?
I was
me.
actually about to log in for my daily, so...
Oh, jump in here. I've got room for somebody else. Spasticat, okay.
I decided to just request to join group.
Okay, which you did. I got room for one more, so we'll wait for Mar Hawkman, and then we'll go for it. And I'm happy to do this because I have 2 more accounts to do it, or we can do Guillotine or whatever's.
The reason why I'm doing it on this character is to get the 25 queues got done, and then get the 100 done.
Very good.
Does this count for that, though?
Yes. Because
Okay, then.
it's regular queues, not random.
Well, it's just that apparently for certain of those tasks... Please stop that. Seriously.
What?
Coming
What am
into
I
the
doing?
microphone while people are talking.
Okay.
Mar Hawkman, are you logged in?
Yeah, I'm just getting it.
Okay. Because it wasn't showing up, and I thought maybe I wasn't seeing you, even though I thought I
Well-
had you right here.
I told you that it was time for me to log in.
Yes, well, I didn't know.
Anyways, but yeah, staring at the login screen right now. Should be so.
And Cliff, the self-aware AI, says doo-dee-doo-dee-dum-doo.
Oh boy. Honestly though, that was actually one of those things in the army. It's just like, okay, when you're talking on the radio, only talk.
But this isn't the army.
This is true. This is not the army.
However, it still annoys the crap out of me. Well, also, to be honest, though, it's like people actually watching the stream, if there's like random noises overlapping with someone talking, that does kind of limit their ability to actually make out what's being said.
I'm going to queue us up for old Borg Battle Royale. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wee
woo.
Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Wee woo.
And what's nice is I have kill captains and I have kill Borg left on this tune, so yay!
Oh yeah, I forgot to look at mine. Oh, I have Tetrian damage space. Yeah, okay, that's that.
Well, hey, we can go do space stuff when we're done, which I realize is a concept, but we could still have fun. And if Razul is watching this, no, Razul, this tune does not have any of the cool stuff on it. I am so sorry.
Which of these characters looks like they need the most help?
Oh, he is! No, Razul, you can't watch
I'll
this.
go as the cat for the first one.
So what do you think about Jem'Hadar?
Very nice.
Correct Eclat. I mean, it looks like a Jem'Hadar. Kind of a very monotone color scheme, but whatever.
Hey, I tried to put my last Jem'Hadar in all pink. It did not work out. It kind of looks like meh purple. I wanted pink Jemmies.
Well, I mean, the way that the coloring is set up, every costume has some level of baked-in color.
I know, but I kind of wanted something a little bit more colorful.
In most of them, it's a minor inconvenience, but there's some of them where it's more major in terms of how it affects your ability to recolor it. One of the most egregious examples, of course, is the Han variant of that TOS Starfleet costume. Because that one has baked-in yellow-brown stains that you just can't get rid of, no matter how hard you try.
Okay, so these guys do not count as Borg.
Well, it's probably...
Oh, some of them do. Yes, this round is. It's very
there's
interesting.
Technically 3 different factions of Borg in Stowe now, and I think that only one of them is real Borg for purposes of kill Borg accolades.
Yeah, this round is counting as a kill Borg accolade. By the way,
Right,
apparently
but this round was the ones with the a green logo. Actually, wait, no, that was the red logo.
Okay, so Razul has pointed out you do not need to pick up the vinculums because they will not reappear after the round is over. On the other hand, if you've got a crummy team and you're not surviving each round, go pick them up.
Someone's mic is being bad.
Looks like Frost.
Frost,
Huh?
your mic's doing something.
I'm not. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it, but I'm seeing it. So, of course, I'm getting old. I can't hear anything. So
I
anyway,
mean, it honestly sounded almost like his mic was picking up game audio.
oh, that could be. I have the game audio really low on mine today.
Well, I just mute my external speakers anytime I'm doing streaming stuff. Then I don't have to worry about it.
Well, I have it feeding in through the system. It's there deliberately. Dang you, Ed. How did you set this up? No, I'm not going to go in here and try and figure this out. It's Ed, you have to come back from the dead and fix this. That's all there is to it.
One of the things I noticed about the vinculum regenerators from playing the Borg King mission is it only actually works a few times.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh,
done.
Spoimler needs help. There.
Thank you. So is the jingly sound the vinculum notes, or whatever they are? The notey things? Or is that something else? Or is it just my brain that I can hear this jingle sound all the time?
You know,
No, that's the nodes.
Okay. But I can still hear them jingling even though they're not doing anything.
I'm genuinely not sure what that noise is. I hear it so much in this that I just think, oh, it's a Borg noise.
I assumed it was somebody using like a Bream Freezy set, because that would make sense. It all goes jingle.
Well, I am
But it's
actually
not.
using endothermic induction field.
Okay, so that could be it then.
Well, here, listen.
Oop. Great, I'm listening and not shooting.
There. That was me activating endothermic induction field. It's kind of sort of a more of a roar noise, honestly. Oh, there's Spoiler. Hold on. I'll rest.
Oh, thank you. Otherwise, I can respawn.
Alt 7. There.
Thank you. Ah! I'll just respawn, don't worry.
Well, my res ability is on cooldown right now.
No worries.
So, and I need to heal myself. Those exploding drones genuinely hurt, even on this low level.
So Razul put together a very nice little ground build that is excellent with this. I have it on 2 of my accounts now. And it involves Mud's time machine, Mud's time device, devouring nanite cloud, an id special. That's the spatial trajectory. Let's see, what weapon? I have a VUPS pistol. What am I missing there?
You mean the ball full auto rifle?
No. Though that was an option, but it was an option that was a little too expensive, I think.
I do actually have a spare Baul rifle sitting in a bank somewhere.
Oh, equipment diagnostic. Reveal mine. That was it. Reveal mine is dirt cheap, but boy, does that work nicely on this.
What the heck
Who's
happened?
down?
Exploding drones. Those do stupid damage on ground.
Yes, they do.
It's worse when they do that stupid tentacle attack you first. Because it gives you negative damage resistance rating. Then
Thank
they
you for the
explode
heal.
in your face.
No. Stay away from me.
Right. Well, it's 2 minutes more before I can res anyone.
As soon as this tune's got some money, we're upgrading the setup. No. Let's see. Bow wide beam pistol, but any wide beam or wide bolt pistol. AP preferred when one is Tanavik's council trait.
Honestly, there's so many rep set AP items that you can just get one almost for free from a rep.
Feel that I'm not drawing enough attention to myself.
Yeah, this is my Space Magic Dark Jedi theme build. Oh, well, I should guess that. Ooh, that hurt. Nailed the dendritic drone with endothermic induction field, then dropped ball lightning on him.
Finally. Woo! Ouch. Dual pistols also work.
That was pretty rough, yeah. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, so temporal primary spec for the KP, and mods to reduce the cooldown of the secondary attack to no more than 3 to 4 second tops, regardless of the base cooldown, even if it would be normally 30 seconds. Dark Jedi, and you don't have escape pod in the build?
I mean, you have a good point there, Razul. I did, however, put in... well, okay. One of the key features with this one is that I have a fondness for things that are true science powers. So I use very, very limited universals. Why? Because I'm using the duty officer to give you give enemies negative damage resistance rating when I hit them with kit powers. And that only works for true science power.
Oh, I typed my name right. How fun is that?
Gosh.
Do you remember when we started this up about 20 minutes ago and I said I went down to get water and forgot to bring the water up? I'll be right back. I'm getting the water.
Well, okay, Razul. What I did... Okay, endothermic induction field. I do have significant difficulty trying to rationalize that one. However, as an alien, I have the telekinetic push power, which does actually look like knocking someone over with a force bolt. Let's see. What were the other ones? Anti-time entanglement field. This one is kind of sort of like grabbing things with the force and shoving them together into a ball. I think that was a temporal rep kit power from back when the reputation kit powers were actually career powers and not just universal stuff. And ball lightning, that's actually a universal one, but yeah, it hits so hard
Yeah, I would probably replace the ball lightning with the chain conduit.
also a universal power, so no.
Yeah, but it's universal versus universal, so who cares?
Because it doesn't give my enemies negative 40 damage resistance rating when I hit them with it.
But it deals them 1,000 damage each.
Anyway, oh, the other one is piezoelectric lattice, which is, I think, Lucari reputation.
Yes, it is.
That's the one that does kind of sort of look... Okay. Maybe force lightning isn't the right way of describing it, but, you know, it creates a lightning cage around your enemy that is electrocutes them, so, yeah.
Yeah. doesn't feel quite Sithy enough.
Mm.
I mean, you assume you have that black melee blade.
Hello,
Ah.
Endeavor. How are you,
Actu-
my dear?
Oh, sorry. Actually,
That's
jumped
okay.
my mic.
Go ahead.
I'm actually using as my melee weapon on this build the dual nanopulse mechlets.
I would recommend getting that. What is it called? It's a black blade from one of the I think winter event.
I have that on one of my other characters, and it just doesn't look quite right.
It doesn't until you block one energy attack. Then it glows in the color of the energy attack and looks like a lightsaber.
Oh, you're talking about the Tholian crystal sword. I thought you were talking about the
My bad, yeah. I
black
mixed them up.
the black mechleth from the winter event. That thing actually does kind of sort of remind me of the dark saber.
Yeah. No, I meant the Tholian crystalline sword. Yeah.
I've used that on several builds in the past, and it's a lot of. And if you want one for cheap, you can just buy one from the Reputation store, and why not?
Yeah, I got one.
Like I said, I've used it on several builds. I just felt like using something different on it.
Thank you, Pi, for the spam bot.
Also, the black blade actually has a unique attribute for nanopulse weapons. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
It's not plasma. Oh, here I'll link it in the.
I got the black nanopulse in my hand.
Oh,
Well, in my inventory here, whatever. Same difference. But yeah, it's
What am I
physical.
missing?
yeah, it actually does the same type of damage as an ordinary melee weapon, which is
Yeah, but with one difference. It does 80% shield pen rather than 100%. Normally, weapons do 100% shield pen.
I thought it was 80%. It was normal. Let's see here. Log in on someone who uses the mind meld device and see what the pin on that is. I mean, it used to be way back in the day that melee weapons only had 50%
Mind meld is
shield
only
pen.
50%.
Huh.
50% on the primary, 80% on the secondary. Give me a regular sword. Where's the exchange?
Yeah,
Just-
so it is.
Just a basic Nausicaan sword is 80%. Yeah, my bad. What's the Leopard? Leopard's also 80%. Yeah, melee weapons is 80%, not 100%. My bad.
Let's see.
Probably because I never use melee. It's just too slow.
I actually have a lot of fun with melee. It's just that in order to make melee work, you have to strategize appropriately. And only certain builds can actually do that adequately. Honestly, though, the
so
way
far
that they
I only found
added...
two options for making melee work. One is you teleport into melee, and B is you get yourself a ridiculous speed buff.
And the other one is magic.
Well, actually, it's like that build that I was using. Part of the thing with the build is that some of the kit powers I use functionally immobilize enemies, like endothermic induction field. Enemies are not running away after you hit them with that.
Yeah, but you still need time to get to them.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, is that the dual nanopulse mechlists have auto lunge. So all I have to do is tap a primary attack. My character automatically runs to them.
If it's running, then it's too slow. Because then usually they are dead before you arrive. It has to be a lunge or a teleport.
It is magic.
Okay, yes, but if it's that... well, okay, but that was one of the things with what we just did, is that a lot of the time when I hit an enemy with one of those kit powers, they just fell over dead and I didn't need to worry about it. So, yeah. But
yeah, that's why I like to have by essence transfer in melee builds. Teleports into melee, and if they don't die from that, then you're in melee and can smack them around.
What are we talking about?
Making melee builds work.
Yeah, again, it's like I have that on some of my builds. It's just that particular one I was just using doesn't really specialize in melee. She just has it as an option if Well, okay, there are certain bosses that are just stupidly tanky, and shooting at them just doesn't work as well as stabbing them to death.
It's only to get into melee. It's not to do damage after that. It's just to get into melee.
Mm.
Alternative for tacticals would be launch.
My-
The
my-
regular jump into melee option.
Well, the character I'm currently on, 7 of 13, has the mind meld device, and the tertiary ability on the mind meld device is
Excuse me one
very
moment.
similar to Bioessence transfer in how it works. So I can just use that anytime I want to get into melee range.
I saw you made a small upgrade to your build just now.
I'm sorry, I'm at work. Let me call you at a later time. Thank you.
But yeah, it's like. Oh, also, one of my favorite tricks for melee is something I'm using on this character, actually, is Graviton Spike. Because that absolutely does work when you hit someone with a melee attack. It's any weapon attack.
Yeah.
Ranged or melee. Doesn't matter. Any weapon attack.
You might also want to use the Kentari kit module. Sorry, kit frame, my bad. Kit frame.
Hey, Russell, really quick on the ground reputation. On the ground traits. Which ones were your recommendations?
Hit point regeneration, shield regeneration, armor resistance. That's the first three.
Okay, so say that one again.
Hit point regen, so medical nanites. It's a green. It's alphabetical, so M.
Okay, what else?
Then augmented shield regeneration. Those two just ensure that
That
your
one
hit points and your shields always go up.
Don't have that one yet. This is relatively new too.
Then we skip that, whatever. Then the next one would be active armor hardening.
Nope.
Because hit
there
point
it is,
damage is your own.
Okay, and
Then land tenacity is always a good
I
one.
don't think I've got one.
You already have it.
Yep, I do. Already on.
And it's sort of that first phase that you got in that list. My bad. The
So
stream
I've
is
got
delayed.
Aram's efficiency. I've got active hull. Sorry, wrong. That's space. My bad. Active armor, medical nanites, indomitable, and landry.
Instead of indomitable, I would use the Omega Pulse.
That's the one we had talked about. The graviton pulse. Got it. Okay.
Because the only reason for the Graviton Pulse is Omega Pulse is not the anti-Borg dot. I don't fucking care about that. I don't care about that. Yeah, I noticed after I said that. I don't care about it for the damage. I only care about the remodulation reduction.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's about a quarter or maybe even a tenth of the normal amount of remodulation that you need. And that's just a ridiculous amount of quality of life. And for personal traits, the only one that really matters is if you have it, Tenavic's Council. And otherwise, as much kit performance as you can fit in there.
I've got Tenavic's console on there already, so I'm good with that one. Let me just make sure I've got everything available. My devouring nanites, you can go there. Medical nanites can go there.
For devices, the one device I always recommend is the Parvin Crystal.
I always have that one on.
Because it's just a team heal, why not?
Yep.
Then the summer event Tribble, the Rainbow Tribble.
Got that one too.
Unless you, of course, have the gambling device, then the gambling device is better.
I don't have the gambling device on this one.
If you got a data recruit, then you can get from the data recruit rewards the paradox corrector.
The which one?
The paradox corrector. Let me put it into chat here.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Strike group, it's this one.
Paradox. You have to
Got
finish
that
it
one.
in order to get that. You have to finish the whole thing in order to get it.
I knew when I finished that one.
The reason I love that one is because it's a team resurrect. You can click one
Right,
button
right.
and the entire team is resurrected.
But then it's like a 15-minute cooldown.
Oh, the Borg nanite thing? It's more like 3 minutes.
No, paradox
the
corrector.
paradox corrector, the
right.
data recruit reward. But
Oh.
if everyone on the team has it, then missions like Arena of Sompek
Yeah.
or the Bok Arena become significantly more casual.
Right.
Oh god, that means I have to finish Delta.
So hard to be mom.
Medical nanite cloud is also really clutch, though.
Yeah, I usually have both.
Yep, I have that.
The medical nanite cloud is actually what I used to revive mom that one time in this one.
Yep. There's usually only only 2 ground reputation active traits, ground reputation traits that way around, that I actually give a damn about. The first is medical nanites, because having a click and everyone in the area gets resurrected button is really nice.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
And
Have a good night, dude.
take care. And the other one that I like is Defiance, but that only works if you use a hotkey, because otherwise you just forget to press it when you need it.
Concussive Tachyon emission is kind of sometimes useful as a pseudo kit module, but
The
it's
cooldown is way too long for the effect it has.
also all it does is knock your enemy shields out. So you can use it as a setup before then hitting them with something like a cryotronic warhead or something. But
It's not worth it.
well, thing is though is that it's functionally a freebie because of the fact that you're not actually giving anything up to slot it.
You do give something up, visuals.
Visuals.
Yep.
Yes,
I
but
don't like the graphic spam of Star Trek Online on ground.
Okay.
It can be bad.
But that also applies to literally all of the kit modules I spent.
Nope.
So,
Not that we have strong opinions or anything here.
but what I was saying
No
was like
strong opinions here.
what I was saying though is that you have 4 active ground reputation slots, 5 if you get the upgrade.
I will be right back.
Okay,
And
okay.
there's only 6 things you can slot in them.
I know, but I only use 2 of them.
Defiance is actually one of those where
Without a spam key, I don't give a damn, because it's just not something you think about when you need it.
yeah, that's what I was going to say is that it has very, very limited utility and you have to be like half dead to use it. So
Yeah, that's why I said if you have a spam key, then it's perfect. Just put it at the beginning of your spam key and forget about it.
Mm.
But if you don't have a spam key, then it's just not worth it.
I don't like spam bar binds. I really don't, because like for example, it's that Dark Jedi build that I was using. You could not set that up as a spam bar build. It would not work because the fact that you would accidentally overactivate kit modules and waste them.
There's a difference between having a spam key and using a spam key.
Well, so some builds like okay, for example, I was logged in as a Iridian when we did that Borg TFO, which again, that build would not work with a spam bar. However, I'm currently logged in as 7 of 13. He has 3 different things that are basically just self buffs.
Yeah, those can be on a spam button.
Yeah, exactly. Like so with that, having a spam button, I could just activate all 3 of those at the same time and call it good.
Even then, even on my current setup where I have most of my abilities on a spam bar, I don't have all of them on the spam key.
Mm-hmm.
Just the ones that I want active as much as possible, or that I don't that I don't care about.
Well, like using the spam key and adding the Defiance thing along with those other 3 self buffs. Sure, why not? Mm-hmm. But
How about we just keep on the discussion while we go out and beat up some things? Anybody want to try that again now that I've got better toys on?
Yep, I would be all for it.
All right.
let's see the Borg thing.
The Borg thing.
Sure, okay. Yeah. Well, see, the trick with 7 of 13's build is that those self buffs I was talking about are all things that work whether or not I'm using a ranged or melee weapon. So I can just swap between ranged and melee depending on which fits the current circumstances better.
Yeah, the way I've set it up, my spam button for ground is I execute tray 10, secondary attack, primary attack, and then tray 9, so I can just put stuff in there or not, depending on what build I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
I don't spam on the ground. I do in space just because there's more things to think about. Anybody else want to join us for another round of this one?
There's
Frost?
a lot of space
Joshua?
builds that just work better when you set them up as a spam bar because you need to activate like 8 things at the same time.
Yeah, but I also found that on ground that also applies, because on ground you tend to be looking at what happens on ground and have to run around a lot and select your target, and you really can't put all the attention on keeping all your modules active perfectly.
Well, like the run I did with Iridian though is I was never okay. There was one time I used Nanite Health Monitor on myself because I was at like 1/4 health. But the rest of the time, I was actually using it on teammates to keep my teammates from dying.
Yep, that's why I have a second. That's why I have a second hotkey for ground, which selects the pinned target and then executes tray 5.
By the way, did you know that there are by default hotkeys for target teammate 1, target teammate 2, target teammate 3, and target teammate 4?
I was aware that there are hotkeys, but I don't know what the hotkeys exactly are because I usually don't care.
F1 is target self. F2 is target teammate 1. F3 is target teammate 2.
And so on, okay.
Yeah. F1 through F5 are for targeting various members on your team. And that's actually the entire way I was able to heal people in that, because there was no way I was going to figure out where the heck the person was actually standing.
Yeah, what I tend to use is I just right-click on the person and pin them, and then use the thumb button on my mouse to heal them.
Yes, but that requires me to actually have them targeted.
Fighter,
F5.
Excuse me, Cole.
Auto targets the
Fighter,
person.
it's Cole at what?
The reason my thumb button works for me is because my thumb button selects the pinned target and then applies tray 5.
Right. Again, that requires to have a pinned target.
Yeah, that's why I right-click the target and pin it and then heal it.
Also, with the function key thing, I can just choose a different person each time, because it wasn't just Mom that I was healing. It was other people too.
Yeah, I can just pin another person.
Thank you. Thank you, Cole.
But yeah, there's so much that you can do with ground. I always find it a bit unfortunate that so few people actually enjoy ground, and how much the game teaches you to hate ground over the campaign.
It didn't teach you to hate ground.
It does.
The thing is that you have to figure out how to build for ground, and that doesn't work the same as space. But once you figure out how to build for ground, it's honestly really easy.
It is. The problem is, if you simply play the campaign, never played the game before, then you only usually have the stuff that the game puts into your inventory. And it just doesn't give you the stuff you need to have a good ground build.
Well, also there's the whole wrinkle of knowing which skills are useful together and which aren't.
Yeah.
Because there are weird quirks with certain skills in the game that just don't make logical sense when you first look at the skill.
But you first.
Well, I was just going to give an example of that. But it's like, there are certain buffs that only do range damage. There are certain buffs that only do melee damage, and you kind of need to know the difference.
Yeah, usually it's in the tooltip, but you have to pay very close attention.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like, for example, Strike Team 3, team damage and crit buff. That's a simple and easy one.
Yep. The other issue there is with the way you level and how your kit performance increases as you level. A lot of modules just don't work as well or at all at lower levels because they're simply too weak. For example, equipment diagnostics, if you level 10, it doesn't do anything for you. It gives you, 10 points of damage resistance and 5 points of shield resistance? That's basically a joke. You're literally better off with anything else.
Equipment diagnostics is its real power comes from enhancing it with duty officers.
No. Its real power comes if you max level and have enough kit performance, because at that point it makes your shield literally invulnerable permanently.
Okay. I mean...
If you manage to get 389 kit performance, it gives you over 100% shield resistance, and at that point your shields become invulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Let me interrupt here. Cole, send me a friend request in game, and I will just add you from there.
Yeah, shield resistance is weird in the game.
Yeah, that is actually quite true. Is that
It has two limits that are really weird. One is every shield resistance modifier is applied independently of all the others. So if you have two 10% shield resistance modifiers, then the damage is reduced by 10%, and then the damage is reduced by another 10%. They're just applied one after the other. They don't stack in any way. So even if you have 15 sources of 10% damage resistance, it's essentially 0.9 to the 15th power that you take damage.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's additive stacking versus multiplicative stacking.
Yeah. The other thing is, so long as no single modifier is more, your shield resistance is capped at 75%. You cannot get more shield resistance than 75%. Unless, as I said, a single modifier is more than 75%, in which case that limit does not apply.
One of the more easily obtained duty officers that you can use to enhance ground powers actually has as its effect to make you functionally immune to damage for several seconds. The catch with it is that it's an engineer specific duty officer that
engineers are the best tank for the game.
that requires you to use the shield recharge power, which again, it's one of the cheapest to buy kit modules in the game.
Yeah, and it has a really short cooldown, but it has an activation time, and that makes it unusable.
Well, as someone who has spammed that one incessantly on my Cardassian,
that half a second every 4 seconds or so that you activate the kit module, you do notice a loss in DPS.
Okay, yes, technically true, but
I noticed a loss from 600 down to 400 DPS with that kit module. It's I'm not easily
sure
enough DPS.
I'm not sure what you're comparing it to.
The exact same build, but using different methods of shield buffing. Literally just swapping out the shield buff.
For something that's not a shield buff.
No. One shield buff for another shield buff. I was swapping it with shield pulse.
Shield pulse.
Shield pulse is amazing.
I actually have used shield pulse on a lot of builds. I would use it more if that a specific duty officer worked with it. Also, shield pulse is actually one of the kit modules that makes Mud's time device get wonky because of the fact
not longer. They fixed that.
No, they didn't fix that. They just capped the amount that Mud's time device could recharge at any given time. The kit modules that gave you extra stuff still work better with Muds than other things. It's just they can't force things to cool down completely immediately.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay.
We are just chatting while waiting.
Yes. Hey, Cole, I sent you an invitation. I just had to go on, log into my other account so I'd have your name. But the thing is, it's got that ending 4 digits that kills it. Anyway, here we go.
Cole needs to be invited to a fleet, apparently.
He's in on the other fleet, I think. Hey, it's Graz!
I've been here for a while.
Oh my god, I'm oblivious to it. I'm so sorry. I heard a bloop. Yeah, that's the first clue I had.
Oh, someone else that came in. I was here
It was me.
I was here for the shield argument.
Ah, yes, the arguments.
Yes, in my opinion is
I see.
is kit performance, nothing else. End of argument.
Interesting.
With the Kamarki set.
It depends on your class and your build. Kamarki set is really solid, but it's not the end-all, be-all of all builds.
I think the Burnham the CQ armor is the best slot for everyone.
The CQC is the best standard armor that works with most builds.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Very
back!
good Honda.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome back.
I mean, honestly, this is one of those things where the real question is which is the best, and the best
There isn't a...
depends on what the rest of your build is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there isn't a...
For a
best.
given build, there can be a best one, but in general, Not
But
really.
it also depends on your gameplay, the style
Yep.
you like.
Yeah, that is true. It's like if you like tab targeting and are really comfortable with tab targeting to find enemies to pummel, I mean, what I just did is quick and easy for you. But if you don't, well then, because the approach I take to melee combat with this build doesn't work if you try to do it in shooter mode.
Yeah, if you play shooter mode, then a lot of builds don't work properly.
Nope, I don't like shooter mode.
The issue is you're doing melee.
I like melee.
I don't have a problem with melee.
I don't have a problem with other people doing melee either.
Yeah, yeah. As long as they can do it properly. If they can't, why are they doing it?
Because they want to look at the match, not do anything.
Apparently, they love using a betleth.
Are you? I like throwing the
The
knives.
Atlas is one of the worst options for melee.
Yeah.
Well, they did actually make Batlast somewhat less bad when they gave them the auto lunge, but again, that's less bad, not good.
Yeah, the minimum melee weapon needs to be usable. It's an automatic attack move, so that you move towards the target when you use it, and are close enough to actually activate it. If it doesn't have that, then it's not really usable.
Well, fortunately for me, Event and Endeavor, at least one of them I can do at the same time. I love when that happens. Don't you love it when you stack stuff together?
The amount of mines on the ground here is ridiculous.
Well, let me add to that.
Oh
a
yeah,
little bit more.
my Jim Hadar doing this. He uses the Houdini mines, and the interesting thing I noticed when I was using Houdini mines is that if a set of mines didn't despawn like they normally do when you spawn another one, well, the Houdini mines weren't doing that. So I would actually have 2 or 3 sets of them out at the same time.
Well, the default is for most mines that you can have 2 sets of mines active at the same time. I think there's one kit module that only has 1 set of mines at the same time, but there's a few, I think 1 or 2 apparently, that have unlimited number of mines.
Well,
The-
here's a trick for you about mines that I figured out years ago. It's that standard mines, while they have a shared kit category, do not share a kit category with flash bombs. Flash bomb is one of those old kit powers that just doesn't. It's similar to other kit powers, but it just doesn't actually work this.
It doesn't count, yeah.
It's in its little own group.
Yeah. It's also the reason why equipment diagnostic is broken if you have enough kit performance. Because back in the day, when it was a normal kit module to use, well, the limit of kit performance was about half what it is now.
Yeah, it's like flash bombs are one of those things that I've been using for a while, simply because, on certain builds anyways, simply because the fact that it gives me a second set of mines. I can just like drop 2 sets of mines and be like, okay, let's go. Oh no,
it's
Cole.
It's Cole.
I'll hold off the assimilated Undine while someone helps Cole.
Y'all hear the latest Trek news?
Which one? The one you sent me?
They cast someone to play the villain in the new series.
Yep, Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, so Paul Giamatti is going to be the villain. We don't know if he's human or there's going to be a lot of prosthetics. He could easily do both.
A new series?
The Academy.
Yeah,
Oh.
Starfleet Academy. Also,
No, I don't want Academy. I want Legacy.
Yeah, well, if you want Legacy, you're going to have to go through Academy and the other one.
yeah, if you don't support Section 31 and Academy, you're never getting a Legacy.
Oh, all right, mission over, probably.
So that one a little bit smoother.
Yep.
Well, we did have
You
a
didn't
few
die?
people get knocked down, but only a few.
No, the other thing is the proposed deal with Skydance
Mm-hmm.
first.
Money would be nice, yes. Money would be good.
Yeah. So they're not going forward with that deal.
Yeah, Cole, you're in the main group fleet here, so. But this tune isn't. So. So that was a lot easier to deal with. And it wasn't that expensive. I did notice something on the exchange, though, which is somebody had Equipment Diagnostics 5 in purple that they had put on the market for 1.5 billion.
Yeah,
I think they made a slight mistake.
Somebody's doing drugs.
People do stupid things all the time.
What did I just walk into?
You don't
Are
want
you
to
sure you
know. Just drop the subject right now. You don't want to know.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Dread Knight. How are you?
Oh, surviving.
Hey, that's the name of the game.
I thought it was Star Trek Online.
Oh, well, this one's
Anyway.
better. Now there's one. Oh, that's, yeah, Equipment Mark 15, ultra rare for 25 million. Slightly smarter than it was a minute ago, but what the heck?
It's still a bit overpriced.
Another thing with equipment diagnostics is that captains actually get, as engineers anyways, get a support drone thing which will cast equipment diagnostics on you.
Yeah, but there's a problem with that, which is why I'm not using the drones. That overrides your own equipment diagnostic, which makes your shields weaker because the drones use their kit performance, not yours.
Yes. However, if you're using the duty officer that gives you bonus ranged weapon damage from equipment diagnostics, the drones get that.
Yes, they do.
So
But
if you're not slotting it, casting the drones on yourself to increase your bonus
definitely,
damage.
it's a damage boost. It's noticeable damage boost.
All right. Who has what that they need to do?
Also, in theory, you could stick the drone on someone else. I think that's how it.
The problem is they apply to anyone that doesn't have the buff. So if there's even half a second where you don't have the buff, they give you the buff, and then stuff gets ruined.
Well then.
Yeah, I tried it a couple times, and my shields were all over the place in resistance.
I don't remember the name of that duty officer that.
It's a diagnostic officer.
No, the one for the shield buff thingy. Probably have it. I just don't remember what it is.
Pretty sure I have him. I think.
Yeah, see, diagnostic engineer is the range damage with equipment diagnostics. Fabrication engineer is the one that gives you extra support drones, so that you can have 2 support drones following you around.
Even up to 3. If you have the purple one, it has a chance for giving you 2 drones.
Yeah. Let's see. It's the shield one.
There. Egul Clan. It's a Jamadar.
What's the category?
He is also diagnostic.
There we go.
Oh, it's an alternate diagnostic engineer power? Okay.
Yeah, chance to grant 99% shield damage resistance when using shield recharge. That's what you meant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. The only problem is, it's a 20% chance and 6 seconds duration. So, not ideal.
Well, you can have more than one of them equipped, so it's like 30% chance per one to equip, I think.
20% per chance per one that they have minus purple, so yeah.
So
So
right. The 35% chance is the one for the increased range damage. Oops.
So that would be not quite 50% chance of triggering it. 48.8, sorry. Which means you have it roughly half the time. Which is nice, but not as good as equipment diagnostics.
Mm.
Aha! All right. BTD Fighter has got 30 Voth ships. Anybody feel like doing Nasorden on Elite?
Sure.
Anybody
Anyway,
want to join us for Nasorden on Elite?
Mm,
Come on, you knew you wanted to.
I would want to switch to a character.
That-
where I
that-
Oh,
actually
go
that's
ahead, switch.
space.
Switch to
Sorry,
anything
but
you
I
want to.
don't
Is
I
that a
don't
space
remember
one,
which
Mom?
characters need to do that.
Say that again, Dread Knight?
Is that a space battle?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Nastorden's one of the Delta Quadrant patrols.
Yeah, it's a patrol. Come on, you can do it.
I probably will. I just need a few minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Mom,
Yes.
if I win the lottery,
Yes.
there is a church in Hammond
Okay.
for sale for 450,000.
Yeah, but then you have to live in Hammond.
Yes, but if
Have you
if I
ever been
turned
to
it-
Hammond?
No,
I have.
You want to go to Hammond.
You don't want to go to Hammond.
the only Hammond I know of is the one from Texas.
Well,
And why would you want to go there?
When
But Hammond of Text is Stargate. That's a different topic.
Yes,
Well, yeah.
I even did the motion over my head.
oh,
when I think of the name Hammond, all I think of is a handful of TV and movie characters. I don't think of any cities.
Yeah.
well, I'm looking at images of Hammond in Google,
because
and they're
also-
all pretty and they're all nice, and I'm like, no.
What was it? One of the
No.
characters in Jurassic Park named Hammond?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yes, the founder.
Yeah.
The only Hammond character that I
Alright.
know off the top of my head is the leader of Stargate.
Yep.
Yep.
The
Stargate.
commander of Stargate Command.
General Hammond, who was the
Though
the,
he got replaced and ended up the captain of one of the spaceships.
Yeah. So
uh,
it originally started with Forrest, I think, in the movie, and then Hammond took over like a year and a half later or so, according to chronological timeline.
yeah, the TV series had Richard Dean Anderson's character eventually take over as general.
And Samantha went off to Atlantis for a while.
Yeah, they
Yep.
kind of all went all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bridges' son eventually took over from O'Neill.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Jeff Bridges took over for O'Neill.
I wish there was a death weapon in the game that actually shot bolts. Preferably golden bolts.
I have to admit, I never saw Jack O'Neill going into politics. Just saying.
I'm pretty sure he didn't see himself that way either.
Well, I mean, in theory, being a general doesn't make you a political figure. In theory,
It does.
Anybody else want to join us?
Unfortunately, in that game, it does.
I will.
Or that show,
Okay.
it does.
well,
I'm
but see,
starting
like,
up right now, Mom.
O'Neill's status as a political figure comes from the fact that he acts as the envoy when talking to the Baul.
Hang on one second, guys.
Sorry,
The
Dread
Ga-
Knight, did you say you
Gaul.
did want to join us?
Yeah, I'm just starting up. It's
Okay.
So it takes a second.
Alrighty. Graz, Dread Knight's going to join us for this run, and then I'll pull you in for the
Okay.
next one. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, if he's already on, pull him in, Mom.
Okay.
I'll wait
And then
for
we'll
the
pull you
next
in the
one.
next one. All right, Graz, I'm going to send you an invite. It's a lovely looking church. Is there a particular use you have for it? Bear in mind it's about a 3-hour drive from here. And it's on
Blow
the
it up.
lake, but not in a good way.
Blow it up. It's always a good use for church.
that doesn't really sound like a good reason to buy it to me. Kinda
Fighter
sounds like
says
it
when
was-
I hear Hammond, I think of Dead Space and Titanfall. Kind of. It's. I tell you what, I'll
Oh,
drive
yeah,
you
that,
up to Hammond. How's that? And then you
yeah,
can think about that one.
If
Patrols
if
are
you-
good
if-
for leveling too, right, Mom? For
Yes, they are very good for leveling. Is everybody ready here? For Aftermath on Elite, please?
If you're into Overwatch, technically one of the characters in Overwatch is named Hammond. I just remembered that.
Yep, I'm ready.
Overwatch being the hamster inside a mecha shaped like a rolling ball.
It's also the name of one of my characters that I play.
Hammond Eggs?
Pathfinder. Nope.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting you have to manually.
Yeah, you have to launch your own on this one.
Delta Quadrant.
One of my Pathfinder characters' name is Danger Hammond.
Cole, you have to launch yourself. It's a patrol.
Oh, we have a lot of wingmen here.
Yep. This is going to be interesting.
I'm on my Protostar character, Mom.
Ah,
For the
excellent.
next, when we do the next one.
Are you still leveling that tune?
Yeah, she's level 20 now.
Oh, you're getting there.
Oh, and we have an NPC ally flying a brick. That's nice.
Though I need to get rid of these 2 torpedo abilities that I don't need.
Would be too
Paint
deep.
them pink and use them anyways.
There we go. All right.
I've turned my Protostar into a beamboat, so...
Let us do this thing.
But this was my silly idea for making a proton damage go.
I was debating on Proton for a one of my Fed ships.
It's a
Haven't
bit niche,
decided,
but it
though.
could be fun.
Yeah. I haven't decided which one I want to turn it into that, though.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. We'll make our way to a base to complete repairs.
Is that an Andorian Borg?
Yes, it is. And
I really do
4D.
wish they would. I really wish they would open up the alien gen to the liberated Borg.
Well, you can actually use the new mirror Borg stuff on alien characters, and like pretty much everyone else, including Gorn.
Oh yeah. Like
Mirror
I'm
Borg?
trying to do
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I'm trying to do that on I think a Discovery alien that looks like a Trill, or might be a 34th century. Anyway, 2409. But either way, I can't get the new Borg stuff. I get to the part where you're supposed to assimilate B team, and they keep brezing themselves.
That is unfortunate.
What items can be used as the visuals? Change the visuals of things.
What visual?
Well, it says under visuals for the ship, it says deflector, impulse, and shield.
Certain deflectors, certain shields, and certain engines have visuals of their own, and those you can just slot in.
Okay, how do I find those?
Most of the rep sets, honestly.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, one of my personal favorites is the old assimilated set.
Yeah, I
Okay.
use the deflector and shield and the engine of that quite.
Actually, there is one exception. The assimilated console has equipment visuals. I think it's the only console in the game that does.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it actually does.
Yeah, it's looks like you have Borg pimples all over your ship.
I think my favorite way of describing them is barnacles, but yeah, something like that.
The barnacles, pimples.
Blisters.
It's pretty much any one of those will. Yeah.
Silly Voth, how many of your friends did we blow up already?
How are we doing
Well,
on
they
that?
blew up almost the entire team.
Not
Oh,
enough.
there's more over there. Let's go get those.
Whoever needs Voth, how are
Cole,
you doing?
how are you doing on your kill count? Thank you very much, Fabaduke. I didn't realize I had the other screen up.
the other screen? The screen?
I have so many accounts that sometimes I'll leave one screen up and not realize it's not on Twitch. It's on the other one. Oh, he's got his 30. Yay.
That was a bit close for comfort.
Now here's the question:
Yes.
does everyone have the schematic to do the deuterium surplus?
Probably, yeah.
Probably
Okay.
not.
At least one character.
Probably not. Never cared about it.
Pretty much is evasive maneuvers in a device.
Yeah, it's a consumable device, and I mean, it definitely got uses.
Can't you pick that up? Yeah.
It's a certain mission you have to do near Klingon space that gives it to you.
Yeah, it's...
And the item is bound to character.
Yes. Oh, a whole bunch more over here. Yay! Oh, this is excellent.
Oh, I haven't played this one in a while. I should play this one.
This is usually a fast one.
See, the problem with this one is you have all of these bots with that stupid reflective shield gimmick.
Yep.
And you have to try and find a line of attack where you don't hit any of them with your energy weapons.
Yep, that just got me as well.
Oh, I should have given the protostar to this character. Now that I think about it, it would have been funny.
Which character?
Aki Shadowbird, my Borg.
Ah!
That would have been funny as hell.
There is a rumor that there might be a 10 forward tonight. Has anybody heard anything about that?
No.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't see
I'm not
anything.
even sure if that was a reflective shield I was hitting or what.
So who's this new GM we're getting?
But
Well, it won't be till next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd heard something about new personnel from DECA doing stuff, but no information other than maybe it'll happen.
I do know something. I don't know if I'm at liberty to discuss it.
Did
Fair
you sign NDA? If not, then you typically are.
Let's just put it this way. I don't want to discuss it until it's
Why?
official.
Why did I do that?
Fair
Well,
enough.
But what did you
Oh.
shoot it a reflective shield?
No. I'm looking at my Terran Cyrus Command Dreadnought on Aki, and it's firing off like a bunch of cannons on the frontal arc.
Let's see. On the last Neverwinter stream, Kel said not to expect too many Stowe streams due to the lack of guests to talk to. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do our own then.
Hello, ID.
We should invite people over here on Tuesday nights, even though it's not the official thing. We could still talk and play.
You're doing that anyways.
Well, yeah, I know, but we could
Play? Why would
Fight.
we want to play?
invite the devs on. We know enough of them.
I really hate flying on these stupid asteroid fields.
Yeah. On the other hand, it allows you to take cover from the reflect shield stuff.
I mean, the real problem with the reflective shields is when you're doing fire at will, and you hit 3 of them at the same time. And
I am. That's what I meant. I'm taking cover behind the asteroids, not because of my damage, of their damage, but because of my own reflective damage.
Oops. Wow, that saved my butt.
Yeah, these was actually hurt.
Yeah, so that gets to be a really interesting thought. Do we want to try and arrange to get specific guests on one night a week and have our own version of 10
You know
Forward?
what? One thing that you could do that might be really fun.
Yeah.
Make friends with the DECA people.
If you... Snurg.
Sprechen die Deutsch?
Pardon?
Sprechen die Deutsch?
Yeah. Yeah, my German is bad. Really
Well,
bad. I mean, I worked over there for a long time and my German's still bad.
I mean, I used to live in Germany myself.
Oh, so your German's better than mine then.
That was 20 years ago.
It was 10 years ago for me. 15 now. Now that I think about it, it's been a while. My Danish is better than my German. But that said, that's kind of an idea. We can reach out to them.
I mean, maybe some of them speak English. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But it's something worth investigating.
Okay. I will be happy to reach out to the people there. I do have a few contacts.
I did actually get some Tetrian damage in on that.
Yay! Congratulations.
I got 57,778 off of the refracting Tetrian cascade clicky power from the rep. Well, it's like I said before. This ship is a protonic polaron build. It doesn't really do Tetrian.
Okay, I have to make a note here. I will. Hopefully, I have a pen up here. I don't. Good. Good. I get ideas for what to do. Somebody remind me that I have a good idea tomorrow when I have a pen. That I have a good idea about doing our own version of 10 Forward.
Hey, Mom, you have a good idea.
Tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow when I have a pen.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
That's assuming you don't forget your pen tomorrow.
I will forget my pen tomorrow, but I'm not going to class tomorrow, so I will hopefully be home to work on a few things here in the house. Yes, everybody checks in. It's Frost. Frost has returned. Hello, Sav. Sav is meowing at us. How are you feeling, Sav?
I'm guessing like a cat. Just a guess.
Either like a cat or like cookies. Either one.
There she is, the Princess of Cookies.
Okay, well, I switched my character that actually uses a Tetrian damage build.
All right. Everything I have got is on ground tonight, with the exception of I do have one more event thing that I need to do. And I was wondering if anybody might like to do guillotine?
Or we could do the episode.
Or we could do the episode. Notice my enthusiasm. It's not a bad episode when you run it as a team, I will say that.
See, the previous episode, I actually had a motivation to play that on multiple characters because that Borg costume is amazing. This way, you get
it's
a
just
vanity
such a big.
Well, I mean, like the
episode.
actual reward for this episode is just functionally non-existent.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're also running it for under 30 minutes. I mean, with the other one,
But at least it's a ground combat that's actually challenging.
it's a fun one. I like the ground. Oh, gosh darn it! I should try it with my new build, but I need to run it on a different tune. What?
I mean, having like sensibly set up bridge officers goes a long ways to it easier when you're soloing it, though, because if you can actually trust your bridge officers to watch your flanks, then you know.
Yep. I'm willing to give up.
I spent 30 or 40 million yesterday to improve my bridge officers.
Okay. Well, one of my builds that I played this with, I actually had multiple bridge officers on my team set up for temporal operative stuff, because I figured out at one point that 2 of the temporal operative powers functionally immobilize enemies.
Paradox bombs are amazing, yes.
Oh,
and
yes.
giving them to your bridge officers, but also giving quantum mortars to your bridge officers.
I did it differently.
Enemies will functionally just hold still and get pummeled with quantum mortars.
I gave them the photonic mortars because they do 40% more DPS. Yes, 40% more DPS, and they are slot lower.
Oh, you mean the kit modules you have to buy at the fleet holding? Yeah, those are technically better than quantum mortars.
They are 40% better, yeah, that's quite different.
I use those on some builds instead of them. Also, those have a lower kit slot, so you can put the photon mortar in an instant slot. instead of the default.
I put the
abilities.
mortar in the lieutenant commander slot, but I use Anchor Breather in the commander slot.
I mean, sure, that also works.
And I gave them Harmonic Lure in the lieutenant slot.
Oh, harmonic lure on bridge officers is hilarious.
And I gave all 4 of them the Hive Defense trait.
Who would like to join me for either the new episode or guillotine? And I'm
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Guillotine for this guy because I switched so that I could do Tetrian's damage space. So guillotine here. Although there is a space component to the story mission, so I could probably get Tetrian damage in during that.
Yep. But if you do the episode, then I would prefer to do the episode on Elite.
No. This tune is going to be lucky to do it on normal.
That episode is actually surprisingly challenging on normal.
It's been ages since I did a mission on anything less than Elite difficulty.
Dread Knight, you want to join us?
Yeah.
I like the hesitancy.
Sorry, no, I'm also setting up a new ship, so it's like.
In that case, how about if we do guillotine just to kind of zip through it?
Take a second.
I today one of the things I did was compiling a YouTube playlist of all of the videos I made and uploaded to YouTube of myself playing the Bozeman Patrol on Elite. Did that on every single one of my characters, including the ones that really are just using half-baked nonsense builds.
Who's Peter Porker?
That's me. I'm Peter Porker. Oh. This is another Ed tune.
Ah, okay.
And after that experience of doing every single character I have, including all of the weird nonsense builds on Elite, in that I do this one on normal, and I'm like, wait, this feels more challenging than I was expecting.
Yep. All the new missions on Elite are ridiculous compared to anything that comes before them. Ever since I think it started in Terran Gambit, where the difficulty of the missions just escalated ridiculously compared to before. I'm a fan of that, but it's still different.
I kind of suspect that's a form of power creep in terms of it's a reflection of player power creep. So,
I actually think it's more a case of less effort spent, because they optimize for normal difficulty and make that a bit more challenging. Yeah, and then they let the algorithm handle the scaling up, and then Elite becomes ridiculous.
Yeah. Because again, it's like you said, they're not actually designing it for Elite.
Sav, I'm not buffering. I'm watching it. So I don't know what's going on. Might be on your side.
Okay, I think it's on Twitch side, because I had a lot of buffering as well. I stopped the stream for that reason.
I'm watching it on my laptop, and it looks clear on my laptop.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Who else would like to join us? We've got room for one more poor fool. Volunteer.
I'll be that poor fool or volunteer.
Is that you, Death?
Oh, unfortunate souls.
Do I not have you?
I'm going to go ahead and log off. Got some stuff I'm needing to do.
Alrighty, Groz.
Talk to you guys
Death,
later.
I don't think I've got you as a friend on this account. How can
Well,
I
that's
say
tragic,
that?
and
Yes,
should be rectified.
It is. Hi, Chosen.
That's one of the downsides to having like 6 accounts. Yeah, you have to refriend.
I know. I'm just trying to add that one here. Which tune are you on?
I'm on Spazzacab, but if I need to switch sides, I definitely will.
Nope, I just needed to.
The worst friending system I've seen in any game, though. There is actually one game I've played, I think Dungeons and Dragons Online, where it actually manages your friend list separately for each character.
Oh God. Oh. No, I have 40-some characters.
I have no idea why they thought that was a good thing.
Why is that? No, I wish I could have one account over all of my accounts and just make it easy. Yeah, Sav, I'm watching my Twitch and my numbers here, and it's looking boringly boring. Chosen says I just woke up 25 minutes ago.
There is actually a really quick, easy trick you can do to see if there is a Twitch lag.
Yeah. What is it?
Take your mouse pointer over to where it has the stop button, and for like half a second, stop the stream and then restart the stream. Just like click the button twice, and doing this will cause
on
it
which
to,
screen?
If you're viewing it, not if you're streaming. But
Yeah,
yes, the one where you're watching it.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Just as a person watching the stream.
Okay.
Well, and you click the button twice, and the second time when you tell it to play again, it will attempt to move you to the current time on the stream instead of whatever time you were previously.
Mom, I'm swapping characters real quick, actually.
So if you're
no problems.
If you're behind due to some internet thing slowing down your receipt of the stuff, like I just had a buffering circle pop up on my screen right now, which means that mine is a second or two behind where it should be.
Yeah.
Well, pausing it and then restarting it would force it to resync.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not having that issue at all. It's
internet here in my area has been a bit spotty over the last weeks.
Mom, if you want to kick Aki and invite this one.
Sure.
That is actually a trick I learned years ago, back when I was part of the Foundry Roundtable stream, because I would often, we didn't have screen sharing as part of our Foundry Roundtable thing, so anytime I wanted to see something that whoever was running the stream was working on, I needed to actually watch the stream in order to see what he was doing. And that was how I accomplished that.
Okay, are you guys ready for a little guillotine? Will that work for everybody?
Sure.
So not the episode. Shame.
Honestly, it's just like playing the episode on every character. It's just, no, I don't feel like it.
Weeboo?
Weeboo.
If you want to do the episode on Elite, that's fine, but I'm not doing it on this tune. This tune will still be in the opening sequence for the next month and a half because it's.
This character does actually
not great.
have one of my better ground builds. This is the character where I have a full-on Cryomancer build.
This ground build has got green level 2 equipment, okay? We're not taking this one on Elite anything.
I have the urge to fabricate upgrades for you while we stare at the briefing screen in this TFO.
Soph says Mom's chicken. This is true, Soph. Mom has chicken. It's poached in olive oil, garlic, and shallots, and it was delicious. Thanks for asking.
What ship is that?
Which?
What, the Harmony?
McAllister?
That's Ursula.
That's the Worth Rampart.
That's the what? We just blew up like half a dozen of those in that patrol.
Yeah. And
but
your
I
point?
wasn't in that patrol.
It's the cruiser rank boss ship we were blowing to smithereens.
Yeah, it's a carrier and a tank. In my opinion, one of the best tanks in the game.
It's a floor wax and a dessert topping.
It may have been hard to see them clearly because of having the reflective shields up half the time.
And they were the
little tiny protostar.
And they were the bastions, not the ramparts.
I think I'm in the smallest ship here.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is the T6 variant, whereas the ones you see in the actual TFO are the T5 version.
Yeah. I just park here and kill everything.
That's a good philosophy for life. Just
kill everything?
Things. Oh, park here and kill everything. And we're doing a fine job of it too.
Yeah, kill everything is kinda easy in this game.
In this particular one, yes.
Man, though those self-destructing spears are serious.
At least we don't have protective shields in this mission.
So true.
That was the first time in ages that any mission actually dealt significant damage to me.
Well, there were 5 of us, so it ramped up volume as well as being on Elite.
Yeah, and it was on tank and fired well. With all weapons, which means double reflections.
The annoying
I'll teach you.
part with the TFO we're currently on is you have to wait for all those stupid
Yes.
hard points to
Yeah.
spawn before you can blow them up.
Hey,
This part would be so much faster if they all spawned at once.
Yes, it would be. Savu and your 1.3 million. Meh.
Splintered Shields accolade.
What is that?
I don't.
Oh yeah, that one is for having your shields get blown to smithereens.
I had a number 3.
That's weird.
I guess
because my
I'll do
shields
number 2
never
then.
went down. My shields never went down. That's the sad thing.
Yeah, it's not about losing your shields completely, it's just taking a certain amount of shield damage.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can actually do this on my own. Probably not, but we'll see.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, hey.
I can't see my ship. There's too many explosions.
That's how we play the game.
What, you expect to actually see something in this game?
I actually did kind of have the same issue here, because I dropped a grab well, and
Shadow me
when
twice.
I'm on science characters, I love to do chain grab wells or chain warp core breach tricks with gravity wells.
Somebody's shooting everything here, Spazed Cat. I wonder who that's. There were targets here, now they're all just kind of debris.
As they should be.
As Id would say, somebody's warping in debris.
One of the things about this TFO I didn't figure out until the 8th or 9th time I did it is that when you're guarding one of the points, you don't need to stay at the point.
No. You're better off staying close to the base because you can not only do yours, but you can do the adjacent one to some extent.
Also, intercepting the enemies before they actually get close means they can't delay its progress at all.
Right. So I think it's Joshua who has advocated everybody takes, or 3 people take a point and a couple stay at the base. And just wipe out everything at the base.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
that's
like
what
I
simulators.
picked point 2 to activate, and then I immediately flew over next to the base to kill stuff.
Yeah, I'm going over to 4.
Hey, Fabaduke, not only is Paul Giamatti going to be in it, but so is Holly Hunter?
All right, 2
Oh,
stars.
the under, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's actually going to be some people who are decent actors. Could be good. It has potential.
Everything has potential. The question is potential for what?
No, some things have no potential.
Or there's potential for massive disappointments.
Oh,
Every
okay,
time
yeah.
I hear
They did
that
really good on
thing
that.
about destroyed while attempting to escape, I immediately think of the phrase killed while attempting to escape and refers to a prison break.
Yes. I think this is their take on that. It has successfully failed to leave. Yes. Paramount is sometimes their own worst enemy, I think.
I mean, all corpos are.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
But Paramount
there's
does a
a lot of opinions next to
stunningly
me.
good job of dying.
According to the scuttlebutt, Hasbro is not going to not moving forward with the new Power Rangers with Netflix.
Really?
Hasbro has been eating dead for years.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Hasbro has had such bizarre, catastrophic failures recently that I have little ability to understand why they even did some of this stuff at all.
yeah. Like the 2017 Power Ranger movie,
Mm-hmm.
the Hasbro deal was closed by like March or May of 2018. That thing had to have been in the works prior to the movie releasing.
Kage Black Mage 973. Thank you very much for the follow.
Oh,
I appreciate that.
you want to hear one of Hasbro's quibbles that was like particularly horrible?
Sure.
Remember how they did the Star Wars sequel trilogy movie? You remember how they didn't release a set of action figures to go with the final sequel trilogy movie?
Yeah.
Did you hear why?
Oh,
No, why?
no.
Spill the tea.
They
Or-
designed a set of figures for the final Star Wars sequel movie. It's just that Disney changed the movie so drastically after they put those figures into the production process that they had to scrap the entire action figure line.
No.
And just like they couldn't replace it in time to actually make a finished product.
Yeah.
So
they sunk I don't know how many millions of dollars into a toy line that would never see release.
Yep. And
But they could have sold it anyway.
Oh no, they will sell it. They won't throw it into a trash bin or something. It'll end up in a liquidation mart in the Philippines.
I don't know. I'm not actually sure exactly how far they got along in the process, because like they can't do that unless they actually had like physical toys that were completed.
Yeah, those would be bought. I mean, look at Star Wars fans.
Also, there's the possibility that Disney may have put some stupid condition in the contract.
Oh yes.
So Disney is notorious for taking their pre-production or like error things and selling them in third markets.
Anyway, though, that is actually something that I'm curious about, because of the fact that finding a finished copy of that toy line would actually tell us a lot about the pre-production process of Star Wars 9, because of the fact that it reflects a version of the movie that isn't the finished product, and we know they drastically rewrote the movie mid-production, and we don't actually know what the original idea was.
Yeah, it's
which movie are we talking about again?
Rise of Skywalker.
They were rewriting that after production. They were rewriting it basically up until the day of release. That thing was cobbled together big time.
So,
and that's why they couldn't. Why Hasbro couldn't properly release a toy line for it, is that they had to release toys that reflected the movie as it went to theaters, and Disney changed that on them.
Yeah. When Hasbro got the toys and were making the molds and everything, it was still the Duel of Fates.
That would have been an interesting concept.
And by Duel of Fates, it's Rey versus Kylo, not them as a couple.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
One of the things that Adam Driver has actually come out and publicly talked about is that when he was initially discussing the idea of being in the movie as Kylo Ren, and by movie I mean like all three of the sequel trilogy movies, he was told that Kylo Ren was a Darth Vader-like character who was the main antagonist for the entire sequel trilogy, not the love interest of the main character.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Star Wars is not a love rom-com movie.
It's Star Wars, not Star rom-com.
I mean, it does have a little bit of that here and there, but only a little bit on the back.
But a lot of that involves banjo music.
Is it me though, or does she seem to really like the what was his name?
That's so cold.
I'm forgetting the stormtrooper's name.
Finn.
Yeah,
Finn. I thought she liked Finn. I'm getting a little confused
that's
here now.
the funny thing, is that that's one of the things that apparently got massively changed. That John Boyega was originally billed as a co-star.
Yeah, and he was real surprised to find out he wasn't.
He was the second billing in the original way that the Star Wars 7 was released, and then his character basically gets dumped for the 8 and 9.
Well, originally, Finn was supposed to be the one who was force sensitive.
Yeah,
Right.
and they kind of still hint at it, but it's
Well, I mean, in Star Wars 7, there is actually a scene where Finn is wielding a lightsaber, fighting a stormtrooper who had been specially trained and equipped for fighting Jedi. And that guy is slugging it out with Finn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
one of the
go ahead.
Okay, one of the original ideas was to have the big bad be half cyborg Darth Maul and his apprentice Darth Talon. The the busty female was it Zabrax?
Don't know.
Well,
the same as Darth
Talon
Maul.
was a Twi'lek.
Thank you. No, Twi'leks are the ones with the head,
The headgear.
the head tails.
Like the tentacle things instead of
Yeah,
they
no,
only have like 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh no, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, she's Twi'lek.
Yeah, Ahsoka was I'm forgetting the name of the race, but
Yes,
The
but
Krogan.
I think Ahsoka is a Zabrak, yeah.
yeah.
but yeah,
Twi'leks
but
and
it,
Zabraks, obviously 2 different.
but yeah, it was supposed to be half cyborg Maul and his apprentice Darth Talon.
Sav says Ashoka. That one is a
Ahsoka.
Togruta.
Ahsoka.
Oh,
she's a
okay,
Togruta.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
she's
never mind.
Togruta, yeah.
What are the Zabraks then?
Zabrak is
Zabraks are
the one
Maul
with
and
the
his
horns. They're the one with the
the
horns.
yeah, the red and black ones with the horns.
Yeah.
Wait. I thought he was
Maul
a
is-
Dathomir. Oh, wait, no. Dathomir is where he lives, not the name of his race. That's right.
Right.
The Night Sisters of Dathomir aren't actually a species. They're just a...
They're an order.
They're a group. Yeah, an
Yeah.
order.
Yeah, which from if you watch Ahsoka, they're actually from outside the galaxy.
That's a stupid retcon.
It is, but it's canon, so I'm not going to debate it.
Nope, this didn't happen.
I'm just going to ignore it.
Retconning the retcon?
We refuse to allow the retcon. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that for my idea of Star Wars, Disney never happened.
The
Oh,
original
please, yes.
version of the
Please, yes.
Dathomiri was actually a really cool concept because when you look at the old version of the way that the Force stuff was set up, prior to the whole light-dark divide, there was actually a whole bunch of different groups that used the Force. And the Dathomiri are a predecessor of the Jedi Order, and before the whole light-dark thing as a ideological war took over the Force-using community.
Didn't they kind of crash on the planet and were abandoned, and then kind of?
I don't
Jedi?
actually remember why the Dathomiri live on Dathomir, but
I'm pretty sure they were actually Jedi that crashed on the planet and got abandoned by the Jedi because the Jedi never got the SOS.
No idea about that part. I just remember that the people on Dathomir have been living there for centuries or millennia or something.
Yeah, they
And-
lived there since before the Sith Empire was a thing.
And
Yeah.
they just use the Force in whichever ways they feel like it, and that actually gives them some really weird Force powers that you won't see anyone teach you at the Jedi Academy.
Yeah, it's closer to magic than Force powers as we know them.
Well,
has any-
also,
has-
also,
has-
it's one of those things that Yoda alludes to is that the dark side has many seductive abilities that I don't like.
has anyone been watching the new Acolyte?
I haven't gotten to it, but I will.
I have been
Don't
watching,
eat. Don't eat before watching it.
I have been watching Disparu make fun of it. I haven't actually.
Oh
watched
god,
it.
yeah, Disparu is really good on that one. But
I've only seen the first 2 episodes.
I
but
think Little
it's
Platoon was
intriguing
reviewing
concept.
it too. Critical
Random
Drinker.
Random question. Next TFO or mission?
Yep, we can do one. Hang on one second. I'm sending out a message.
There's messages going on. Ugh. Don't ask me why I'm getting tired all of a sudden. It's really weird.
Oh, it's quite easy for me. It's past midnight.
Well, I mean, it's still light out here right now.
Well, it's still light here till like 10 at night. Hi, Jack. The Acolyte is just awful. Awful.
Oh, hey, Mom.
Awful.
For your character, you said you don't have any particularly good gear on your.
No, I don't on this tune. I have done nothing to level this tune up. This is pretty much everything Ed had left on it, and I've just been trying to get it through some events.
I'm
Excuse me one moment.
Invite so that I can give you some stuff.
Really?
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the Acolyte is the fact that they're twisting the whole
There's squirrels
twin,
outside.
the twin thing
Ugh.
with one being light side and one being dark side.
Well, you see, if you pay attention to the out of TV show material that Leslie Headland has released, she says quite a lot about how that this was created and why they wrote it this way, and it's dumb.
Like I said, I'm going to watch it, and if I don't find anything tangibly enjoyable from it, I won't watch it again, and I'll leave it at that.
I watched the first two, to be fair to it, because I heard nothing good about it at all. But you know what? Sometimes people have their ideas made up in advance. And the problem is, you go in, and spoiler coming in, you go in and you're like, Carrie Ann Moss is in this. Okay, she's a decent actress. She knows how to do a fight scene. She could be really interesting. And you know how it is? One thing will throw you out, like for me, Discovery lost it in the first minute when they tried to, trace out the Delta shield on the planet, and the ship was going to see that, and, no, it doesn't work that way. Because it doesn't work
like tracing out the Delta shield in the middle of a snowstorm, really? Or
sandstorm, but no, exactly.
The sand would blow it away before you finished.
Yeah, there is that, but the thing that got me in Acolyte is when what's her name throws the butter knives at Carrie Ann Moss and kills her. The knives aren't long enough to get all the way through her costume that she's wearing and her skin and the ribs to a vital organ in the place where the knife lands. You don't have vital organ there. Maybe it would puncture a lung. Maybe.
Well,
and then
also,
the blood doesn't come out correctly. It trickles out along the line of the knife. It doesn't do that. It would have come from underneath and stained the clothes in an ever-growing blob.
Well, I mean, my first thought with that scene is like, isn't this one of those like standard Force user tricks where you're like, yes, you threw something at me, bat. And just like to telekinetically deflect it. Like that's like one of the standard Force powers we saw in the first Star Wars movie.
The thing is, she was distracted. While she was distracted, that's when she got hit.
Thank you.
But the Force users are undistracted.
It doesn't matter. The knife shouldn't have worked, but the knife needed to have a longer blade and a pointier blade. And as Sav says, or somebody said, it was space butter knives. Thank you, Fabadook. Space butter knives. They weren't long enough blades.
Unless they had poison on them.
No, but
the poison plot that they come up with later is insane. It's like she somehow talks a guy into
killing himself,
drinking poison,
unaliving himself
by threatening to reveal his crimes to the Jedi Council. Really?
I thought she was trying to convince him to kill herself.
It was ego.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were going for there.
Oh,
yeah,
here,
it was
another shield.
That was his weakness, was his ego. She was exploiting that.
Thank you. I will equip my tunage.
Yeah, that's just like some random stuff I had laying around. So those personal mobility shields are technically a special gear item that you have to make via doffing. They're upgradable, but you can't disassemble them because they're something weird and treated by the game in much the same way that rep set items are, except they're not a rep set item.
Well, somebody said we should do something. What should we do?
Anything.
Well, give me a clue because I may need to jump onto a different
Anything that'll get me levels.
Anything that'll get you levels. What shall we do to level him?
I mean, leveling the quickest leveling is patrols.
Actually, I have an idea.
Okay.
We could do a Tsinkethi story mission.
Will that level him?
Not really.
You
I've
get
got
XP for
I've
doing
got the
story
downfall
missions.
mission right now selected.
The reason why I'm suggesting Tsinkethi is because one of my endeavors is blow up Tsinkethi ships.
Can everybody hang on for a second? I'm going to end the stream and I'm going to restart it because Sav is having a lot of issues. So let me see if that helps it. I'm not having the issue here, but let's see if I can fix that. So everybody just hang tight for a second and I'll restart the show in just about 10 seconds.